I'm a Windows guy. I build my own PCs, I use multiple monitors. To get work done, I use Windows, and it's been that way for a very long time. But when it comes to a laptop, even though there are great options from Huawei, Microsoft, and others, for me it has to be a MacBook. When it comes to the nuances that makes a laptop great, it's really hard to beat the MacBook Air, and I think that for most people, the MacBook Air is the perfect laptop. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. The hardware on the MacBook Air is amazing. I know some might call it garish, but I really like this gold color because it has different personalities in different light. Sometimes it looks gold, sometimes it looks a little bit red, sometimes it looks a little brown. If you want a more traditional option, you can choose silver or space gray, but I think those are a little bit boring. The MacBook Air weighs just 2.7 pounds, making it one of the lightest laptops that you can buy. And it's really thin too, making it so portable whether you're traveling with it or just using it around the house. The new display on the MacBook Air is so much better than previous generations. It's finally high resolution enough so that you don't see pixels on the screen. Plus it's got great color accuracy, deep blacks, awesome viewing angles. It's just a massive upgrade over MacBook Airs of the past. Below the screen is an updated butterfly keyboard, which, like previous butterfly keyboards, have very short key travel. Some people love it, some people hate it. Personally, I like it because it requires less effort to type because the key travel is smaller. Just my personal preference. The trackpad on the new MacBook Air is glorious. It's significantly bigger than previous MacBook Airs, plus it has Force Touch so that you can press anywhere on the trackpad to get it to register a click. If you use gestures in macOS, which have gotten really good, using such a large trackpad makes it really easy to use 4-finger gestures and 3-finger gestures and all the cool stuff that you can do on a Mac. In the upper right corner of the keyboard is a Touch ID sensor, which works as great as it does on the older iPhones that had the Touch ID sensor. It's great to not have to type your password when getting into your MacBook and use it for Apple Pay and any other place you need authentication. I kind of wish there was Face ID here too, but what can you expect? The MacBook Air has a low-power Core i5 processor, and for most people, it's going to be enough. For me, I use a lot of Chrome, Photoshop, and Office, and it keeps up just fine. If you're going to be using your MacBook Air for heavy video editing or photo editing, it might not be the best solution, especially since it has integrated graphics, although you can connect an eGPU if you want to one of the two USB-C Thunderbolt 3 ports. So yes, with the new MacBook Air, you're going to be living the dongle life because there are only 2 ports, but at least you get a headphone jack. The included 30-watt charger can charge the 50-watt-hour battery on the MacBook Air in a few hours. Apple claims that you can get 12 hours of web browsing on the MacBook Air, but in my usage, I didn't find that to be the case, probably because I'm using Chrome and not Safari. My usage had about 3 to 5 hours of battery life, usually closer to that 5, using Chrome and the apps that I use. The MacBook Air starts at $1,200 and goes up to $1,400 for a higher capacity model. This is definitely more expensive than other competing laptops, and you're definitely paying an Apple tax here, but I think that for most people, the MacBook Air represents really the perfect laptop that's just a great all-rounder. It's thin and light and quick and has great battery life. What do you think about the MacBook Air? Drop a comment and let us know. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. You can follow me on Twitter @BrandonMiniman. Thanks for watching, that's it for now.